I thought we knew everything teased coming into Satisfactory 1.0. However, I was wrong. Very wrong. I missed loads of incredible new items, brand new machines, and even potential new ores. All of this and more is now officially confirmed to be coming into 1.0, and you might have missed them too. There's over a dozen new items in this one picture alone, and there's a lot more throughout the multiple new Satisfactory trailers that they've recently released. If you weren't excited before, you will be after today's video. So grab a snack and grab a drink, smash that like button on your way in, and let's begin the video. We have all seen this image by now, and you think you'll know everything in it. We've got a new machine over here, new resource over here, and we've got some random stuff over here going towards a space elevator, and that's it, right? Wrong. And again, this is where I was wrong as well, because there is so much we have to talk about in this one image alone. In fact, here is a picture of everything new inside of this image. It's probably a lot more than you think. So let's start on the bottom left, and we have to talk about these two constructors over here. I'm not quite sure if I have mentioned this previously, but either way, can you notice something different between these assemblers and these two constructors? Well, the main difference a lot of you can probably tell is that this light is blue, which means it's being overclocked, and this is green, which means that it's currently functional. Let's have a closer look at the power. There appears to be no sort of cable connection for these two constructors at all. In case you're wondering, well, are they potentially making something new? Well, it does look like they actually are making high-speed connectors, which is not a new resource at all, if this is what they are making, which I believe it is, because this is the correct recipe. But where's the power? Something else I found interesting is this right here. Of course, it is a little bit blurry on the camera because, again, this is a pretty large image and we're zooming in rather closely here. But is this a conveyor belt? And if so, what is this item? And let's just assume it's not a conveyor belt, even though this, to me personally, looks like a conveyor pole and it sort of loops around here. So this is almost 100% confirmed a new item coming into Satisfactory. But why does it just end here? Is it supposed to go inside of the blender? And if so, what does it produce? Does that then come over here to this brand new machine, which then contributes to the new space elevator tier? So many questions and not enough answers as of right now. Again, let me know your thoughts and opinions about anything we discuss in today's video in the comments down below. Because hey, maybe I'm wrong. I'm all up for criticism and to be corrected, but I don't think I'm wrong about this. This does look like a conveyor pole or conveyor belt, and this does look like a brand new resource coming into the game, which of course is sick. Now, I'd like to draw your attention over here. You might be thinking, okay, we've got some wood and whatever going up there, and a new item over here. Well, you're correct and wrong. This is not wood. It's not limestone. In fact, it is nothing that you've seen before, and we've got a much better image that I will talk about later on today, which discusses what this is. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up very shortly. And this item right here, again, excuse the blur, we're just zoomed in quite a lot now. This is brand new. I've compared it to every item we've got in the game, and yes, this is brand new. Where is it going? Well, it's going up here. How do you make it? We don't know. Satisfactory and Coffee Stain Studios, the makers behind Satisfactory, did say that the space elevator is going to get a brand new phase. So this brand new resource most likely contributes to the brand new space elevator phase. So don't be too surprised about that, because it seems to be going in to this machine right here, some quantum computer stuff. Because as we can see, this is a quantum computer. We've had this in the game now for donkey's years, I believe, but it's never been able to be used for anything. It's just sat there and it's been unable to be used. But now, we can use it for something in this brand new machine, which again, I've shown a lot, so I won't talk about this for too much longer, because we've got a lot more to discuss today, to be completely honest. But this is extremely cool. It's really massive as well. We don't know how many inputs and outputs there are, but if we're going to be ignoring this and this, we've got 2 inputs, 2 solids, and 2 outputs, one solid and one liquid or gas. And that is coming around here with some sort of purple lights illuminating from the pipe to produce this, which is another new resource. We can see it here. It looks like it's some sort of like super computer. just in case you thought supercomputers were annoying to construct, it looks like we've now got some super quantum computers, which looks absolutely incredible. And again, this is going straight towards the space elevator. Think we're done there? Nope. Even though we've talked about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 new items spotted in this trailer, we've got more. This thing right here. At first, I thought this was a coal generator and I moved on. Then I realized this purple light is the same as this SAM ore purple light. So maybe this is a brand new machine that is related to SAM ore. As we can see, we're harvesting some sort of resource here, whether that be iron, coal, well, it's definitely not coal, it's white, so it might be limestone or iron potentially. Either way, this looks like a brand new machine, and it can't be a coal generator, otherwise we would have seen a smoke tower here, or here, and there isn't one. So it can't be that, and I think it is a new machine that is going to be dealing with SAM, or a potential new ore other than just SAM, which again, is pretty gosh darn awesome. Now I like to go back up to the space elevator. There's a lot going on in this image. Granted, you might not understand all of it. I mean, heck, I don't. This red thing here appears to be turbo fuel, but I've got my suspicions that it's not, potentially not turbo fuel, because they're adding something else into the game that's red, and that looks kind of similar, but it's also red, so that might be that as well, as we get onto in just a little bit as well. And finally, for this image, from what I've seen at least, we've got a brand new barrier. Again, I have talked about this a fair bit in my last couple of videos, so again, make sure to watch them. But yeah, new barrier, it looks really cool. I've always been wanting a new barrier in Satisfactory, so that's pretty cool. When it comes to foundations, I don't think this is new. It looks like painted concrete, potentially. And this, of course, is not new either. But still, from one image, that is quite a lot to take in. And of course, this is not the only image. So before we continue the video, make sure to subscribe. I cover daily Satisfactory news, videos, and I even have my own series running in the background as well on YouTube and Twitch. So make sure you are following and subscribing if you like Satisfactory, but let's just get straight back into the video. Because right here we've got something new as well. Have you managed to spot it yet? I'll give you a couple seconds. 3, 2, 1. Nope, it's this thing over here. I mean, congrats if you did spot it. But yeah, we've actually got 2 new things in this image. Well, potentially 3 new things in this image. And this being that red item I was talking about earlier. The reason why the other item I was talking about might not be this is because of this yellow stripe around here. So, what is this? What's it coming from? Well, at first, it looks like it's coming from refineries. And as you can see, we've got a purple tube here which deals with heavy oil residue. Which means that this is made by heavy oil residue? Well, not really. If we look up here, what is this green light? As far as what I know at least, there is no green luminescent lights in the game unless you're dealing with like nuclear stuff potentially. So maybe this is some sort of new nuclear waste, which I thought was pretty cool. Until I spotted something else. What the hell is this? I think this is a brand new machine coming into the game that will be dealing with a Satisfactory SAM ore liquid. I don't know why I said Satisfactory, obviously this is Satisfactory, but like a SAM ore liquid or a gas, and converting that into some green gas and using it to build this. This is like the legs of it, and it comes up here to like some sort of prism looking thing, which looks really interesting. But yeah, brand new resource, potential brand new gas, and potential brand new machine. But you could just about see it underneath this player's legs, so congrats if you were able to spot that. I don't think there is anything else new in this image, but that's still a really cool find, which, as far as what I'm aware, a lot of people missed. So congrats at home if you were able to spot this. Now let's move on though, because again, we've got a lot to discuss. And how can we forget about this? I was an absolute buffoon from missing this. So you've got all the signs obviously pointing towards the toilets as part of the trailer. You've got your usual resources. You've got that aluminium scrap, the screws, the rotors, Oh. Do you remember the item that I showed you previously? If you bring up this image here for just a quick second. And I pointed this out. I said it was either wood or limestone. Well, it turns out it is neither. This appears to be some sort of bronze resource coming into the game. But what does that mean? Are we getting another new ore? Well, I think this will be a combination of iron and copper. Maybe something else in there as well. So we might even get a new machine just for this. Although, if I was a betting man, I would say this would be made in either the foundry, the refinery when using a water recipe, or, to put it simply, a smelter. I'll laugh if it's in the constructor, because that's basically the only machine I didn't mention there. But there you go, we've got some sort of bronze coming into the game, which looks absolutely incredible. Of course, we've got some quick-wire behind, and if you look closely in this mirror, you can see the exact same resource we were just talking about. Then up here, we've got a packager. But which direction is this going in? Well, luckily, we can see that this is the output. So we've got some sort of liquid going into an output over here, which then comes down here and goes somewhere into here. Although this also looks like an output, so it's quite confusing to see what is going on. But what we do know is that this brand new resource, or it could just be a new texture for a resource, does involve a liquid or a gas. Unfortunately, we can't see what type of container we have here because it's blocked, but now we know it's either a liquid or a gas, and it's packaged into something which could be to do with a refinery, which would make sense if it's to do with liquids and gases, or it could be to do with a brand new machine. But this is still extremely cool that we've now got access to another angle of this mysterious new object and a potential mysterious new ingot, which again I'm guessing is bronze. But let me know your thoughts down below for this image, because again I do read all my comments, so I'd love to know what you guys think. Now, a few of you might remember this image. It's quite an old one, to be fair, but it might look normal at first. It's just random biomasses until you realize, yes, in case you missed the announcement quite a while ago now, to be fair, yeah, you can now add a conveyor belt into biomass in update 1, which saves you some time, which is of course really cool. I don't know why they didn't have this before, but now they do. So there you go, it is confirmed conveyor belts, and of course splitters, mergers. We won't be using mergers for this, I don't think, but splitters can be used into biomass burners, which again is really, really awesome. So that's pretty cool. And now, the image that has been dividing people since yesterday. What the heck is this thing? Previously, if you've watched a couple of my videos breaking down what I thought this was, I thought it could be a teleporter, or something for the space elevator, or something to do with construction. Well, it turns out one of my guesses was correct, and it's to do with the space elevator. And just before we get onto it, 10 out of 10 design for this thing. It looks so cool. Can we just take a minute to appreciate the design of this thing? It's so unique, it's so different, it's so awesome. But the reason why I say we've already got an answer is because of this next image right here, which had myself and a lot of other people going berserk when they announced Phase 5 or Tier 9. And at first, there wasn't really much to spot. You've got this machine, which we've already seen, this mysterious gas/liquid thing, which again we've already seen, some batteries and assemblers, some tracks, we've already got that stuff in the game. We've got a couple machines up here, although some people in the comments of one of my previous videos said that this is actually already in the game, or it's just like a redesign or something, so that's not particularly new. But let's have a quick closer look at these things over here. This and this. That is correct. What we see right here through the 6 pixels on your screen, apologies for that, but again we are zoomed in quite a lot. This is the exact same item that we just saw on that last image. And where's that going? You've guessed it, into the space elevator. So the item that we saw is confirmed, well, pretty much confirmed, let's agree here, to be a space elevator part. And this thing, I believe this is the crystal oscillator, is finally getting its moment, its spotlight in Satisfactory. Although it doesn't seem to be going into the space elevator. It seems to be going into this machine, which is the same machine dealing with the quantum computer. So it seems like the crystal oscillator and the quantum computer will both be producing some resource. But what resource? Oh, we look along the line here. We can see this, which is the same thing as that, which is the same thing as the previous image. So can this thing produce not only this thing, but the supercomputer that we saw in the first image? The answer, I think, is yes. This machine is the only way that you'll be able to finish the final tier of the space elevator, the final phase. So this is definitely going to be a late game machine, so don't be too concerned about placing this down immediately. This is definitely a late game machine, but still it does appear that you can produce those hexagon or pentagon or octagon or whatever the one that has 7 sides thing from it, which is pretty cool. Everything else behind it though seems to be what we already have, but I thought I had to share this with you guys because, especially for the people that have been playing this game for a while and they've seen crystal oscillators, there you go. I don't know, I thought it was pretty awesome. One of the final images we have to talk about again is this. There is not much to talk about here, although I would love to show you this thing over here. If you follow my mouse cursor around the screen like so, you can see there is a new fence/barrier. The bottom half here is a thicker orange color, whereas the top half is a thinner black color. I'm guessing there's going to be a glass sheet in between here, which is going to look pretty nice. But there you go, a brand new thing coming into the game. Some people thought this was a new resource. It's not, it's literally just a battery. But yeah, pretty cool. And lastly, yes, it does appear we have got a brand new pipe skin coming into the game. I was talking about this on stream probably about a week ago now, and myself and my chat was somewhat agreeing that this is somewhat of a skin for the pipe. It's like a golden skin. Maybe you can get chrome or other skins with pipes, just like you can for conveyor belts during the Fixmas event. So we're guessing that this is a skin, but I don't mind being proven wrong. I've been proven wrong before, and I've taken it humbly, so if it is something else, then fair enough. But let's see what it's going to be. Myself and my chat predict it's just a skin for the pipe, which is still pretty cool. And that's all the exciting news for today, but there is tons more coming out soon. Have an amazing rest of your day. Click on the left or right of your screen to see more of my videos, and have an amazing rest of your day. Godspeed.